Hello people of YouTube and welcome back. So I'm doing the whole pro YouTuber thing where it's been a week for you guys or however long and probably 10 minutes for me to get set up for the next one since the last video. But yeah, I thought I would take the advice of Tony Fighter 2, is that what his name is? I don't know. Where he has done this incredible new videoed idea of buying shit from the internet and then showing it on the video on their YouTube channel. Great concept. Looking forward to doing it. But yeah, this is my take on it. So yeah, this is all modern stuff. There's no retro. If you want to see some retro, it was on the last video. There wasn't much. I don't really buy much retro anymore. It's all got to be Japanese for me now. If I get retro, it's the box art looks better. It's not like what some people say. It's cheaper. It's not always cheaper. Especially I think I've got all the cheap stuff now. All the stuff I want now is probably more expensive. The bloody PAL stuff, which is annoying. Which is also why I don't really pick up as much retro. So, better put that over there. Yeah, so I'm a gamer. That doesn't really play much games. I buy these games in the hope that it will inspire me to play them, and then they just get put in a cabinet over there ready to be put upstairs and then forgotten about for about 20 years. But hey ho, I was going to show this in the last video, but yeah, my pair of rollerblades I got recently, they've got the roller core custom artwork on there, and even better, look at that, the roller core wheels. So I love these skates. I've got a love-hate relationship for them because they fit perfectly sideways, but the sides are here a bit, they're hurting me a little bit, and I can't get them tight enough at the top. I need to figure out what I'm doing with these skates. Absolutely love them. But yeah, if you want to see these wheels, look at that, roller core branded wheels. How cool is that? Yeah, my mate made me these. Got the Capcom logo. It was he's made these wheels for ages. I've had a pair for like 3 years. These are the ones that like you grind in the center of you. So when you grind on these rather than on rubbery wheels, which some people do, some people don't. But I like to cheat my way into goodness, and yeah, he made me these with the Capcom logo on. So yeah, cheers Lee. Not that I don't think he ever watches this, but you know, thank you anyway. He knows how much I appreciate the work that he puts into that, because I know this wasn't an easy bloody print. He doesn't do free color prints for this, which I didn't even ask him to do. He just did it himself because I think he just liked the Capcom logo so much. But anyway, I could go about rollerblading for a long time, so you're not here for that. You're here for video game pickups, and we have got a fucking stack. Look at that. Oh, look at this. So you might even be able to figure out what some of them are from the spines. Who knows? But there is no particular order. I've just pulled them out of that cabinet, and this is like since Christmas. So yeah, it's not just been bought recently. But yeah, first up, we've got Final Fantasy 16. So yeah, heavy hitter out of the way. So we've got the deluxe edition. Now, I've been wanting to play this game since it come out. I love Final Fantasy 15. I know it's quite a decisive game because of the way that it's not a typical turn-based game. And I believe they've got the same kind of mechanic in this. It's sort of like an action game, but it does have like, it slows you down. Like certain things can only be used after like the time in and out sort of thing. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this because it's a bit more back to the old school sort of like more fantasy based. So yeah, looking forward to playing this. And yeah, I always wanted to get the deluxe edition because I've got a couple of the deluxe editions already. So why would I not want that? Unfortunately, I don't think this is in the same kind of box style as the other ones where it's sort of like velvety, which is a bit of a shame. But yeah, this was 20, 30 quid on Amazon, which I don't think it is anymore. Because I think I told Scott Glory on it, and it went on and it was like 60 quid or something stupid. So yeah, just keep your eye on it. Amazon, just put a saved search, put in your basket, and then it'll just come and tell you. So Red Art Games had a sale, and these just literally came through the door yesterday. However, it was like the second batch because I ordered a load in the sale, and then a load of other people got them, and then they told me about one game in particular, and I was like, I can't just get one game. So I got Glam's Incredible Run, Escape from Duca. So it's a platformer. It's just typical Red Art style platformer. They're good for 5-10 minutes, but they're not like, they're never gonna peak to anyone's like top 10 list or anything like that. They're just a bit of fun time to pass away the hours. So yeah, it looks a bit like the Trolls, maybe, is probably the best way to describe it. But yeah, I went and got this, which I thought it was a point and click game, which I think it is. And I've got too many point and click games that I've not played yet. Sorry, Marcus. But yeah, we've got Brock the Investigator. So like I say, I thought it's a cool box. I always wanted it. I think this was like 20 quid posted, because like it was in the sale, and then I used like a 10% off as well. Pretty cool. I've got like some braille at the front here, which is quite cool. I wonder what that actually says. I wonder if it's the title of the game, which would be strange if it was, or if it's sort of like a clue in the game. I don't know. Maybe I need to find out. But yeah, so what made me go back and get this? It's not because it was just a point and click game. It's a side-scrolling brawler and point and click investigator game. So yeah, when I found out about it, I already put my order in. So I put an order for this in about, I think it was the next day, and it took like 2 weeks longer to come than the first lot. Crazy. But yeah, that was my first lot of Red Art sales. I mean, you're probably going to see these a lot, so I'm not going to discuss them too much. But this isn't a Red Art game, it's a Switch game. So my mate picked this up the other day, and he was like, this is a pretty cool sort of Goemon style game. So I looked into it, and yeah. So this is sort of like a 3D sort of N64 style Goemon game. It's no relation to it. It's not by Konami or anything like that. However, the studio that makes it has made a lot of like the Switch Nintendo games, like I think one of the Kirby games and one of the Yoshi games, like Epic Yarn maybe. So they've got quite a good history with Nintendo, hence probably why it's a Nintendo exclusive. But yeah, this looks absolutely fantastic. There's not many Switch games that really like call to me these days, but this one definitely did. And the fact it's got like the dual age rating, that's the only way you can get it, suggests to me this is going to be a low print run game. I may be wrong, so that's why I jumped out and bought it straight away, just because FOMO took the best of me, and I didn't want to let this game slip through my fingers because it looks absolutely fantastic. If you love that sort of like old school sort of collectathon, I don't know if it's a collectathon, but like 3D platforming style game that Goemon has, that might be a game for you. So next up we have got Pocket Bravery. So I can't remember where I saw this, but I went on Amazon and bought it, and was a bargain. It was like 20 quid, and I think it's only just come out. I didn't realize it was like literally just like a week or two old or something, because of how cheap I got it. I think it was like £19 or something. So yeah, this game is sort of like a pocket fighter style game. So it's sort of like, you know, the old school Street Fighter chibi style fighting game. Pixelated graphics, looks like it's come from like the 32-bit era, like PlayStation and Saturn. Fantastic, right up my alley. I don't think it's going to be, again, it's not going to be the best fighter, but I think it's going to be quite a lot of fun. So looking forward to playing this. I might have to do the whole character thing and see about a completion thing. We're back to Red Art Games, and we've got Euphoria 2. Now, funny enough, I didn't buy this from Red Art Games. I got this from Amazon. So this was cheaper from Amazon than the Red Art sale. This was £10 for Euphoria 2. So yeah, I've wanted to get this for a while. I wasn't sure if I had it. I had to go and bloody check, didn't I? But yeah, this looks like a flipping great game. I've heard like Euphoria was originally an NES game. I think it was only in PAL B territories. I think it came out in America. It came out in Japan, but I can't remember what the name of it was. It wasn't Euphoria. There is another name for it. But yeah, Sunsoft is back, and yeah, they've been bringing back a lot of the IPs, which is quite cool to see, and they've been doing like quite a good job of it. This reminds me of sort of like them Wii U, sort of like Nintendo games, sort of like the Epic Yarn and whatever games, whatever. But yeah, I've heard this is actually better than the original, so looking forward to getting that. Now the next one, again, this is, I think, yeah, we're on a whole stint of Red Art sale games, so you've probably all got these. I think everyone jumped on the Red Art sale because it was so stupidly cheap. I think I got like about 10 games for like 90 quid or something, delivered from like from bloody Europe. But yeah, first one, Pinkman. So I'm sure, well, I have been told this was sold out, and then it's, for some reason, they got a stock of them and they sold it for 10 quid, which with the sale on top, with the discount on top, was like 9 quid, probably less than that because it was 10 euros, I think it was. So probably £8.50. It was a no-brainer. It's got a slipcover. It's one that I wanted to get, but like I say, I think it sold out, so I never got it. And the reason why I wanted to get it is because it's a sort of VVVVV clone, or an N++++ clone, and I love them games. I don't think this is going to be quite as devious or as difficult as them. I have a feeling, especially like the early Red Art games, and the fact it's got Ratalaika on the logo, this is going to be an easy 1000G game, which I mean, it is good and bad, I suppose. It's nice to have them platinums. 1000G, why did I say that? What's wrong with me? I can't remember last time I played my Xbox. But yeah, platinum games are fucking... I'm going to be blacklisted by bloody Geordie Slasher again. Next up, Vernal Edge. Again, a game I thought I bought and I don't know why I didn't. Maybe I have bought this and it's been stuck in a Red Art order that's not been sent yet. But I think this was like, again, 10 quid. It's a game that I've looked at previously and wanted it. Like I say, it probably might be stuck in another order. I might have 2 copies of this, but when it is as cheap as this, I was like, I better take a gamble and buy it. And yeah, it's sort of like a Metroidvania. Vernal Edge is a 2-day action-packed Metroidvania featuring an intense combat system. I love the fact that you can call a game Metroidvania on an actual blurb on the back, because you're basically talking about 2 other games and then bringing it in. I'm surprised that Nintendo don't sue the hell out of them for that. But yeah, look, great looking game, to be honest. This game was like £6. I know nothing about it other than it was cheap. Catty and Batty, the Spirit Guide. Everyone's got this game. Everyone who's got a pick up from Red Art recently has got this game. But yeah, it looks kind of interesting. It's a game with cats in it. Who doesn't like cats? And yeah, it looks a little bit black and white, a little bit like that Gatto Roboto. However, I don't think it's going to be near as good as that. Has it got Ratalaika on it? It's not got Ratalaika on it, so maybe it's going to be a little bit more quality. Next up, this was the expensive game out of the bunch. This is like 20 quid, I think. And this is just going to be a shelf filler because I've already beaten it. I got this digitally on Game Pass when I was playing Game Pass all them moons ago. And it is Uden Chrom... I don't know how you're supposed to say it. Uden Chronicles Rising. So, yeah, this is a shelf filler. Just an appreciation of the game sort of thing. I wasn't going to pay the full price of it, but when it's in a sale, why the hell not? Like I said, I think probably paid 18 quid with the discount on top of it. I think it was 20 euros and then 10% off. And then, yeah, however much it costs. Sounds like there's something in there that doesn't sound like a loose disc, so maybe something nice. This is probably going to get kept sealed on my shelf. I've got no impetus to go and play this again. It was a good game. It sort of like plays like Vanillaware style games, sort of like a side-scrolling 2D platforming style RPG. However, it was so repetitive. It was like the game was really good, and then it just felt like you was just going into like some kind of gameplay loop, which I know a lot of games pretty much are just that, but I don't know. I really enjoyed the first couple of hours, and then it just felt like I was just doing it just so I could complete it. And I know this game was sort of like a rushed out prequel to the main game, because I think, was this a Kickstarter stretch goal or something like that? It was, if we got a certain amount, we'll make a prequel to the main RPG. So yeah, it's not. It's a good game. It's not a great game. But yeah, it was enjoyable. It was enjoyable. But like I think as well, like the frame, the art, not the frame rate, but like sort of like the how many frames are in the animation. There may be a word for that. I don't know, but it seemed quite low. Like I say, pretty much rushed in some respects just to get it out and just to appease people. But still quite a good job. Next one, another Red Art game. This definitely sold out because this was going for quite a lot of money at one point. And I was, yeah, I really wanted to get it. And it's basically because I think that apparently there's 1,000 of these made. I'm looking at the box like I'm reading off it, but I'm not. I'm just, I'm just making shit up. But yeah, I'm sure there was like 1,000 of these, which is why it got quite expensive. It was like one of the early ones, and the cover art looks cool. But yeah, this was 10 quid, and it's Super Skull Smash Go 2 Turbo. And yeah, this looks like, I think this was, again, this was one of the early ones I really wanted. I felt like I missed out on from Red Art. So it's nice to get back, and it's one that's actually, Red Art have a bit of a problem with making spine art very boring, and this is quite a nice one to have, actually, for spine visuals at least anyway. But yeah, great front cover. I don't know what the gameplay's like, to be honest, but it doesn't look too bad. I don't think it's a great game. It looks very Ratalaika-y, but I don't think it is by Ratalaika. But yeah, I really enjoy these sort of like 2D platformers that are really hard. I'm hoping really hard. Ones that you can die like 1,000 times just to try and get through a level. Yeah. Next up, a game. I played this digitally. This was like 2 quid in the sale, or maybe 1 quid on the digital sale. So when this got announced, I was in no rush to buy the physical, and it is Red Death. So yeah, this is a Ratalaika. Oh no, it's East Asia Soft, which sort of turned into like Ratalaika a little bit. A lot of these games are very easy 1,000 Gs. And the game, it's weird because the games are not too bad. They're not terrible, but they're just not memorable. Even though, like, when I have a look at the screenshots of them, they're not too bad looking. And I'm like, oh, I really want to play that. And when I play them, it doesn't do much for me. It's weird. But yeah, a lot of these games, I don't know if they're being made by the same people or not, but like basically they all play the same, all got similar kind of bullet style, like all really red and white, very visually similar. There's probably about 4 or 5 of these, but I mean, I need it for my shooter set, and it was cheap, so why not? I mean, again, I've got it digitally, so I've got no reason to open it. And we've got Last Night of Winter. Now, I don't know anything about this. I don't know if it's going to be a good one or not, but only on PS5 and Switch, I believe. But yeah, it looked quite okay. It looked a little bit like a step up from the typical Red Art gameplay affair, which I've been burnt on before. Like, Red Art games, I don't know, they release a lot of tact, I've got to say. I know a lot of people really rate them, but there's a lot of games that are not that good, but there is a lot of games that are good. It's just hard weeding them out. Next up, one that I thought was going to be good, and again, I'm sure this sold out and got quite expensive, which is the reason why I got it. I've got this digitally, and I stopped playing it because I can't remember if it was just really badly made or just so uninspiring, but I need to go back and finish it. I think now I actually own it. But yeah, I can remember when it sort of like was released, I thought like, yeah, the cover art, I think the cover art just sold it to everyone, and that's why it sold out so easy. But again, FOMO, this is probably going to be, I think this is going to be a 30-40 quid game in the future, and when you're paying 10 quid, it's a no-brainer. I've not bought doubles of anything. I should do that. I don't know. That's probably what everyone else has done though. So I'm not going to join in to everyone's FOMO of scalping. So I'm just getting the games for myself. Next up, Tiny 4. Now this I got Taito Milestones with, which held this game. No, this held Taito Milestones up. I think it was about a year ago. Funny enough, this is like the the game that I last ordered from Strictly Limited, and it's the first one I've got. I think I've still got about 6 orders of about 5 games in each, 3 to 5 games in each, maybe 6. Got like 20 odd games still to come from Strictly Limited. It's crazy. But yeah, this one came, and yeah, looking forward to playing this. This looks fantastic. Sort of a very good platforming game. I was playing one recently, similar to this on the Switch, and that was fucking amazing. What was it called? Tiny Barbarian. That was absolutely amazing. But yeah, so if it's anything like that, then I'm in for a treat. This looks great. So yeah, Strictly Limited. I mean, you got they might take a while for things to come out, but pretty much all of their games are bangers. So you can't really complain at that. Next up, I got some games from Canada because of the exchange rate. Did I ever talk about that? I can't remember. But anyway, the game, a limited run game, Myth Force. So this looks amazing. It's a procedurally generated first-person shooter set in like sort of Saturday morning cartoon sort of looking cartoon world, which again calls for me. I'm not sure about the gameplay being sort of, I'm sure it's procedurally generated tricks and traps in this ever-changing dungeon. So yeah, I'm assuming it's sort of like Doom, but procedurally generated. Doom or Hexen sort of style, but like very cartoony. I'm really looking forward to this. I'm not gonna lie, this is being well up there with what I want to play. So yeah. Oh, I'll edit that out. Shmups now, bloody shmups. We have got Cider. This was from Strictly Limited. Like I say, there's no order to these. The last game isn't really a banger. Cider Reloaded. So I don't know if this was originally another game from somewhere or anything like that, but yeah, it looks like a bullet hell, but like it doesn't look like a typically difficult bullet hell. It looks very sort of like a Euro shmup style bullet hell game. So yeah, I don't really know of this one. This is number 9 of 1,000. That's crazy. That's a low number. What was the other Strictly Limited game I got? Tiny 4, that was it. Let's have a look at what this one is. This is 1,048 of 4,000. You see, all these people buying Switch games because of rarity and stuff like that. It's the PlayStation ones that are going to be rare because there's like 1,000 of these and 4,000 Switch games. Yeah, everyone's just like loading up on the Switch to try and bloody make mega money in the future. What a load of rubbish. What a load of rubbish. But buy the games because you want to play them, and that's what I'm doing. Not that I'll probably ever play all of these because I've got too many games, but I'll try. Also from Canada, because of the exchange rate, I got this. Again, missing from my shmup set for the PlayStation 4. Limited run game. I wasn't sure if I had this. I knew I definitely had it digitally on the Switch because I've been playing it, and it is Maku Unlimited Free. Originally, this was a Switch exclusive, and then I got the Switch digital version because it was cheap. I wasn't really looking to get the Switch games, and I think it was quite expensive on the Switch as well. But then they released a PS4 version through Limited Run, and I stopped buying Limited Run games, unfortunately, so it didn't really, I couldn't be bothered with it. But because this was the low exchange rate in Canada, this was like 25 quid. So it was a bit of a no-brainer, really. So yeah, I went and purchased it, did a little purchase. So yeah, it's a very visually appeasing game. I can remember I was speaking to Gordon Gibb84 about it, because I think it was like 3 or 4 quid on the sale or something. And he bought it, and I think he really enjoyed this game. So yeah, great bullet hell action packed with spellbinding bullet patterns and epic boss battles. Sounds good, yeah? So if that's up your street, get over to Video Games Plus Canada and go beat Limited Run at their own game, because they're a lot cheaper there than buying them from Limited Run. Anyway, that's my pickups. I probably won't have pickups for a while, but I have just bought a new camera, which I'm going to go pick up in a minute. So I'll probably be doing a load of vlog videos of walking around, making a nuisance of myself with me and Pocky going around, walking around the fields and just being an idiot. So anyway, thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next one, whenever it is, in whatever iteration I'm in. Thanks for watching. Peace.